Barrel rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno-monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Tuesday, what are we, the 17th of November 2020, and the time is just coming up for 05:30 GMT London time. Asian session closed, European session kicking in, US session around our lunchtime. Right, so let's make a start. Yesterday's flows were as follows. So this is Monday. So we had dollar on the negative side, euro also, yen positive, pound positive. Put the numbers in: plus 41 for the pound, plus 23 for the yen, minus 11 for the euro, and minus 53 for the dollar. So this was Monday, yesterday, beginning of the trading week, Monday the 16th of the 11th. That was the full daily flows. So we had a negative opposed driver in the dollar, we had a negative rock in the euro, a positive mover in the yen, and a positive secondary driver in the pound. So yesterday the dollar was soft, people were selling the dollar, and the bulk of the flows were going into the pound and a little bit into the yen. Right, so if we look at the intra-week flows, which are from Monday opening, the intra-week flows are as follows. So it's dollar, euro. They're actually the same batting order as above, but different figures obviously. So yen and the pound. If I put the figures in, we've got plus 82 on the pound, plus 25 on the yen, minus 16 on the euro, and minus 91 on the dollar. So this is from Monday the 16th open to about half an hour ago. So we've got the dollar again being the negative opposed driver, the euro being the negative rock, the yen being the positive mover, excuse me, and the pound being the positive secondary driver. Right, so finally let's have a look at the flows so far today, and then we can look what's going on. So we've got the dollar in the negative again. Now we've got the euro and the yen as joint. I'll take that bracket away actually, because that's confusing. So it's they're still in the negative, so it's the euro and the yen, and we've got the pound over here in the positive side. So we've got plus 58 for the pound, the euro and the yen are minus 9 apiece, and the dollar is -40. So this is from this morning, Tuesday the 17th of the 11th, open to about half an hour ago. So we've got a positive driver in the pound, which is unopposed, and we've got joint rock and mover negative in the euro and the yen, and we've got negative secondary driver in the dollar. Right, so let's make some sense of that then. So yesterday we had dollar weakness in an opposed manner, mainly going into the pound. If you remember, I suggested that we look at long pound dollar and long pound yen. Now you can see that the yen was also positive, so it's likely that's why that pair struggled as well. But looking at the flows so far this week, we've got the same batting order, and we've got as I said, the dollar acting as the opposed negative driver, with most of the flows going into the pound so far this week. And this morning, which is the start of today's, we've got again pound strength, but this case it's relatively more extreme. We've got unopposed positive driver in the pound, and we've got the dollar being the main recipient of the opposing negative flows out of the positive dollar. So, and then the euro and the yen, it's very similar positioning. So right, so what's going on today? Well, basically from a data print situation, we've got US retail sales, which is a reasonably big event, and we've got speeches from the Old Bailey at the Bank of England, the CAD speech, US speech, and Australian dollar speech. So there's a fair bit of central bank speech going on today, which depending on what pearls of wisdom they come out with, as to how it knocks the market around. So what do we think is going to happen then? Right. The Brexit situation is sort of getting a bit of positive noise coming out of that. That's obviously quite significant for the GBP complex. You know, so good Brexit news, depending on which way you view it, will spike it up and down accordingly. So that isn't especially helpful because that's quite an unknown for us. But looking at the overall situation, remember, if you get unopposed positive driver, that's either a top or the beginning of a further ramp up. So, and in the environment that doesn't especially help us because of the Brexit situation and the rest of it. But yesterday we did suggest that the pound was destined for further upside. Now we still think that is the case. However, what is interesting is the monthly positioning over the last 3 or 4 months, and we're getting inklings that the euro has pretty much bottomed out. So the likely flows. Let me just make some space here. The likely flows are, you're going to get yen weakness today, a bit of dollar weakness, so a bit of dollar weakness. You're going to get pound strength and the start of euro strength. Okay, so our recommendation today would be to have a look at EUR, JPY on the long side, because we're likely to get a fall in the JPY. Now, equities ramped up yesterday, and they're just coming off a little bit now in the Asian session, the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. But we feel that is just a pause, and equities are going to carry on, given on the up. And given that equities normal transmission is for a weaker yen, then this ties in with our analysis. And as we think the euro is starting to show signs of perkiness on the up, then our best scenario for flows today are, as we said, yen weakness, a little bit of dollar weakness, good amount of pound strength, and the start of euro strength. So it's a good time possibly to get into the euro yen on the long side. So that's what. So we've banged our colours to the mast today. The pair of most interest, along with what we've just said, is the euro JPY long. Thank you very much.